fat. All this is fat. The shape lets you know. Don't be jamming. Don't be narrow-minded. Open your mind. Use your eyes. Okay, it's like somebody say, I don't speak Hebrew. So when I hear someone say, Shalom Aleichem, I can't understand what they're saying. What do you mean you can't understand what they're saying? When you say As-salamu Alaikum every day, you can't understand what As-shalom Aleichem means? That's being closed-minded. You have to be able to be, Ibn Taymiyyah, and I'm not sure he was the first one to say it, but he said, Al-Muslimun kayyisun fatinun mutaharrikun laysa mutaqawqi'an balidu dhihni kaslanul badani. Al-Muslimun kayyisu. Say kayyisun. Kayyis, it means he's sharp. Okay? He's slick. Okay? Fatinun mutaharrikun. Say fatinun mutaharrikun. He moves intelligently. He moves intelligently. He's smart. They say like a fox. Okay? Okay, so fatinun mutaharrikun. Laysa mutaqawqi'an. Laysa mutaqawqi'an. He's not like a snail. And the snail has his whole house on his back dragged. He's all dragged down. He got too much stuff. He can't move right. Right? He moves all slow. Balidu dhihni. Balidu dhihni, meaning dull-witted. Important. Dull-witted. Balid is dull. And dhihn is your head, your mind. He's not dull-witted. You see, so I went someplace and I said to the young man I saw walking down the street, excuse me, sir, and I asked him a question. He said, huh? I said, oh my goodness. Huh? Who taught you that? Did your parents say, pardon me, excuse me? We used to say, not excuse me. In New York, you didn't say excuse me when you grew up. You said, pardon me. For some reason, it was like, I guess it was part of that 5% error. You know, you didn't say excuse me, you say pardon me, right? So you say, pardon me, I'm sorry I didn't hear you, or something like that. But, huh? Balidu dhihni, you know, dull-witted, you know. Kaslan al-badani, this is the other part. Kaslan al-badani, lazy-bodied. A Muslim is not like that. He's not lazy-bodied. This is not the statement of Ibn Taymiyyah. He said it, but everything he said, he heard from his other shuyukh. So a Muslimun kayyisun fatinun mutaharrikun laysa mutaqawqi'an balidu dhihni kaslan al-badani. Okay? So that's what we're not. So I'm showing you these things just so you can recognize when you see these letters, okay? That's part and parcel of the letter. Erase this part right here, okay? So, right, the bottom part, this part here. And these two things right over here too, thank you. So, lafdhun murakkabun mufidun qad wudi'. Say it. Mufidun qad wudi'. Now to review right quick, thank you. Say inna. 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 Go like this. Inna. Inna. That's ta'keed. That's emphasis. What does inna mean? Emphasis. It makes a sentence that is normally just any old sentence. What does it turn that sentence into? A verifiable fact. It strengthens that sentence. Okay? Innal kalama. And inna makes whatever comes after it. Remember, oh, well, I haven't given you the definition of nahu yet, so I'm not going to say anything. It comes kalama. And what is kalam? Speech. Kalam is speech. Kalam is what? Speech. Indana. According, go like this. Indana. According to who? Who are us? Ulama? No, not just. Right, the scholars of grammar. Not just the scholars of what? Grammar. The scholars of what? Grammar. So we're not going to be confused with the scholars of kalam, which is the scholars of tawheed, who say that kalam is the speech of Allah and it's not created. We're not into that issue. We're into the issue of what is speech according to the grammarians. And grammar is the science through which we study the ends of the words. The ends of the words, the changes that those words take place at the end due to their position in a sentence and their action on that sentence. That's what this science is all about. We're studying a word after it's been entered into a sentence. That's what nahwu or grammar is. The study of a word after it's been entered into a sentence, and that surrounds the last vowel, the last letter or consonant in that word, and its placement in a sentence. I was trying to find a definition. And its placement. Okay? That's what nahwu is. Again, to repeat it, it's the science, it's just a short version, the science through which we study and understand the changes that a word has, that goes through, due to the action that that word is doing, and its placement in a sentence. This is different from sarf. Sarf is called etymology. And etymology is the study through which we understand the meaning of a word before entering it into a sentence. The shape of a word tells us what the meaning of that word is. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay? So if we just look at a word and we look at it and it goes like this, we know it says fa'il. Everybody say that. Fa'il. There is no sentence right here. But we know this is the doer. This is the actor of whatever's happening because of the shape. If we see a word like this, say maf'ul. We know this is the object of the verb before we even entered into a sentence. That's a different science. This is the science called sarf or etymology. Here we're studying the word after it's entered into a sentence, okay? After it's been entered into a sentence. Does everybody understand me? Yes. However, I say sarf is more important to the non-Arabic speaking person than nahwu. Why? Can anybody tell me why? Besides the fact that I've been studying Arabic since 1988? The reason being, the person who doesn't know Arabic, he's always looking up the word to find the meaning of the word. If he can't determine what the root of the word is, he won't be able to find the meaning of the word. You can be bad in your grammar, but if you have a vocabulary, you can make yourself understood to a certain extent. But if you don't know what the word means, you can't utilize the word. Does that make sense? Yes. So what do we have? We buy dictionaries, right? Can't use the dictionary unless we know how to break the word down and find the root. That's the study of sarf. Okay? Could you erase this, please? And we're going to hurry up. So, إِنَّ الْكَلَامَ عِنْدَنَا فَلْتَسْتَمِعْ. Say again. فَلْتَسْتَمِعْ. So listen up. فَإِسْتِمَاءَ أَشَدُّ مِنَ السَّمَاءَ. Listening is more severe and stronger than hearing. I hear the noise outside. I'm listening to you all. I hear a car pass by. I'm listening to you all. Does that make difference? Yes. Okay, so listen. The Sheikh said, إِنَّ الْكَلَامَ عِنْدَنَا فَلْتَسْتَمِعْ. If you want to know what speech is, according to the scholars of grammar, so then listen up. You have to pay attention. You can't just hear it. You have to pay attention. And when you hear stuff and you pay attention to it, it's called listening. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's go on. Then it says, if you want to know what speech is, according to the scholars of grammar, then it is lafdun. What is it? Lafdun. It's all lafdun. It is a sound that you spit off your tongue that has a meaning. A sound that you what? Spit off your tongue. Can you say it from your throat? No. Can you copy it with your hands? No. Can you write it on the board? No. Can you do like this? Ishara? No. Can an animal do it? No. It has to be a sound that you spit off your tongue that has a meaning. All the rest of this, I'm giving you a little taqsir here. All the rest of this are the descriptions of what type of love it is. Understand that. A lot of people don't know this point. So I'm telling you something, pay close attention to it. The rest of the definition are the adjectives or the descriptions of love. So it is a sound that you spit off your tongue. What type of sound is it? It is a sound that is murakkab. Say it. A sound that is murakkab. Now, murakkab is from the word rakiba. Everybody say that. Rakiba. Get the sheikh a chair, somebody. Shukran. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam.